Barnstormer already tense with the earn run through 1 out. Becky Foe now up. 1 out runner at third. Swings that one back to the mound. Barnstormer will go home and will catch range in a rundown. It'll be Fryshak applying the tag for out number 2. And that will bring up blind Ollie here. Barnstormer checks on Foe. She's back in time. Ollie puts a charge in this one, right center field, but it's going to be contained by Shaka. French makes the catch for out number 3 and will go to the bottom of the first. High Rollers take the early lead 1-0 thanks to max range. Here we are with Vicky Marshall. She faced off against Dub Mars. Mars on the season, a 5.14 ERA, 8 earned runs through 14 innings pitched through the regular season, 12 walks to 7 strikeouts, a 1.78 whip. This one's a grounder to second. Woolley's up with it in time at first, 1 away. That brings up Judd French. And French grounds this one to Turnpike. And Turnpike gets it in time for out number 2. And here is Liam Fryshak. Takes a 2-1 count here from Mars. Lets that one ride high. 3-1 the count now. Count runs full. Flares this one to second. Wally Woolley is there, and the side will be retired. We'll go top of the second. Vic Turnpike, Carlita Beltran, and Jarius G. Baby Evans due up. And here is the hero for the High Rollers from last night. It's a walk-off game-winning grand slam for the High Rollers that gave them game number 2. That evened the series at 1-1, and Vic Turnpike into center field, and that one is gone! Vic Turnpike, a man possessed here in the Super Series, goes dead center field here in Shaka, 466 feet off the backstop in center field, and the High Rollers up 2-0.
Now batting the catcher, number 36.
Vic Turnpike didn't have a single home run in the regular season, and he's hit 3 in 3 games of the Super Series. Well, this is the 4th game of the Super Series, but my point still stands regardless. Turnpike was a sub-200 hitter during the regular season and has absolutely come alive here in the postseason for the High Rollers.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1.
Barnstormer tense through 1 1/3 here. Number 8 hitter here, Jarius G. Baby Evans. He's got himself a full count. Swings on that one, grounds to the first. Deputy takes off one up and will take it herself for out number 2. I think it's a runaway, Puppet. Yeah, if the High Rollers win the series, I can't imagine. I don't even know of an argument that you can't give it to Vic Turnpike. Alex Longstop singles up the middle to keep the inning going for the High Rollers. Brings us back to the top of the order. Piston Omen up, 1 for 1 so far. Here in game number 4. Let me actually put the series record up here. He pops this one up in foul territory. Should be an easy play for Deputy to get out of the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 the lead for the High Rollers.
Number 10.
Deputy puts a good charge in this one. That one's going to hit off the base of the wall and take a good bounce for the Vikings. Kind of stayed under the wall. And Deputy will have herself a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Kwai Hatmore. Hatmore lines one down the first baseline. That will score a run, makes it 2-1 ball game. Kwai Hatmore with an RBI single. Hatmore's having a good series so far. Had a nice couple of games at Red Rock. Vikings have to get the offense going. They got absolutely shut down in game 3 against Bobby Farmhand. Can't allow that to happen here again. They really don't want to find themselves down 3-1. This one's into left. Long stop is there to make the catch for out number 1. That brings up Riley Reed. Part of that very deadly duo in the middle infield for the Vikings, but she lines this one into center. Ullman's able to track it down for out number 2. And here's the other part of that tandem, Spencer Reed. Vikings have turned a fair number of double plays in this Super Series. Runner is going, the throw from behind the plate in the dirt, and the runner is safe. So tying run in, scoring position now for Spencer Reed. He was the MVP of game 1 where the Vikings won 4-3. Shows bunt, takes it back, called a strike, swing and a miss! Strikes out swinging, and the side is retired. Vikings get a run on the board, make it 2-1 going to the top of the 3rd. Wally Woolley to start things off here. An injury-plagued season for Woolley, but still hit .322 on the year, 10 for 31 as he is aboard. Leadoff single into left brings up max range. He had the RBI triple his first time up. And he puts a charge in this one. Left center field. It's deep. Doesn't have enough. It's not quite enough. Judd French makes the catch right up against the wall. I thought that one was a good amount deeper, but it's a loud first out here for the top of the 3rd. Oh, 2 to count to Becky Foe now. She grounds this one to Freishek. Freishek in time to second for 1 to first. Dragon special! And there's another one of those double plays for the Vikings defensively. Sends us to the bottom of the 3rd. 9-1-2 for the Vikings here.
The catcher, number 45.
Rounded up the middle, that's Turnpike. Makes the throw in time for out number 1. And that will bring up Vicky Marshall back to the top of the order for the Vikings. Two and 1 the count here from Mars. Swings at that one, puts that one down into the gap. That's going to roll to the wall. Marshall digging for 2. Looks like she'll get it pretty easily. A 1-out double for Marshall. Tying run in scoring position once again for the Vikings. Vikings have been good at taking advantage of their opportunities so far here in the Super Series. Need to continue that streak here. Judd French at the plate, ahead 2-0. Fastball runs inside, 3-0 to French. And he will take a 4-pitch walk. So Vikings have something cooking here. 2 on, only 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Liam Freishek up to bat. He had a big game number 2, hit a grand slam, but it wasn't enough as the Vikings lost that game, and he flies this one out into right. Foul territory. Evans will make the catch to put 2 away. And that brings up Gage Deputy. Marshall tags up 90 feet. Runners now at the corners. That's in the dirt. 2-0 to Gage Deputy. High 3-0. Runners going, and that is ball 4, and the Vikings have the bases loaded here for Kawhi Atmore. Already knocked in 1 run tonight. His team desperately could use some more here. First pitch called outside. That one's in the zone, 1-1. Slider in there, 1-2. Lays off the fastball, 2-2. Oh, a dangerous take there. The count is full. Runners are going, the swing. Fouled off. We'll do it again. The pitch. Strike 3 called! Doug Mars freezes Kawhi Atmore with the bases loaded. And we go to the top of the 4th. Still in a 2-1 game.
Number 40.
A huge strikeout for Dub Mars in the High Rollers, keeping them on top here. Blind dolly too short. Reed with a diving stop gets it first in time for round number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And here is Vic Turnpike. He grounds this one to Spencer in time for round number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, number 36.
This one's into the stands, 0-2 to Carlita Beltran. Swing and a miss. Barnstormer rings up Beltran. And we're to the bottom of the 4th now. Williams, Reed, and Reed do up for the Vikings here.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 20.
So Mars threw 3 innings. 3 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 54 pitches. Pretty good outing for him so far. Got himself out of the jam last half inning. Popped up. Will it get out of play? It will. Williams lives to see another pitch. Fouls that one off. And does it again. Swing and a miss! Another strikeout for Mars.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 69.
Riley Reed puts this one into right. High fly ball. Easy play for Evans, who makes the catch for round number 2.
Now batting,
And here is Spencer Reed.
number 9.
And this is popped up in foul territory adjacent to home plate. And Beltran will make the catch for round number 3 and will go to the top of the 5th. 8-9-1. Do it for the High Rollers here. Still a 1-run ball game as we enter the halfway point. Barnstormer, 5 hits, 2 earned, a strikeout through 4 innings. Just threw his 50th pitch of the outing. So despite having more earned runs given up, he's doing a bit better on the pitch count. And hasn't surrendered any walks so far tonight. He's got a 2-2 count now to Evans. Swings that one, but it'll be foul into the stands. This one's a pop-up into left. Tracking that one is Williams. And he will make the catch for round number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, number
Long stop, 1 for 1 so far today. First pitch swinging, a pop-up into shallow center field. It's the second baseman, Spencer Reed, making his way over to make the catch, round number 2. And back to the top of the order, here's Piston Omen. Omen grounds this one to short. Riley Reed in time at first, round number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Barnstormer. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Miyuki, Marshall, and Judd French do up for the Vikings here.
the catcher, number 45.
Both pitchers doing pretty well, but none of them locked in just yet. Miyuki, another grounder to short. Turnpike makes the routine play, and there is the mojo up, this time for Dub Mars. He'll be locked in now. Facing off the top of the order, Vicky Marshall, and that's to Turnpike again. And he gets it there in time for round number 2.
Now batting, the center,
And here is Judd French. Judd French into left, flirting with the pull on the dome hit. It's gone! French kisses off the pole of the bullpen and ties us up at 2 apiece. 433 feet into left field, and we've got ourselves a 2-2 ball game. And that will do it for Mars. In comes the long reliever, Tipsy Reynolds. Judd French, another man who didn't have a home run during the regular season, hit one just now and had a couple in that clutch game against the Dragons back in the first round. Tipsy Reynolds walks the first batter she faces, and that brings up Gage Deputy now. 1-on-2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Called strike there, 1-2 the count. Screwball misses wide. And that one is fouled off, still remains 2-2. Popped up, but that will get out of play. Oh, swing and a miss. The screwball eats Deputy's lunch and the side is retired. But Judd French ties us up here. 2 apiece going into the top of the 6th inning. 2-3-4 do it for the High Rollers. Wally Woolley first man up. 1 for 2 tonight. He takes a 1-1 count from Barnstormer. 2-2 now. Curveball swung on, put up the middle, leadoff runner aboard for the High Rollers to start off the top of the 6th. Brings up Max Range, RBI triple on the night. Fastball called strike, 1-1 the count. Goes back to the fastball too high, 2-1. And the curveball is high as well, 3-1 to Max Range. And that is too high as well. And Max Range will take a walk, putting 2 men aboard for the High Rollers with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Pressure starting to mount here for Bert Barnstormer, facing off against Becky Foe, 0 for 2 so far. Starting to struggle a bit with his command. Might we potentially see Bruce Hot Mike here soon? A 2-2 count here to Becky Foe. Curveball misses again. The count is full. Strike 3 called on the inside edge, and Becky Foe is rung up. A big first out for Barnstormer, and his final out of the game. It's now turned over to Hot Mike. Both teams now into the bullpen. Which long reliever can bring their team the victory? Blind Dolly puts this one down into center field. Runner's going around third, head from home. The throw from French is cut off by Deputy, and the run will score. I'm not sure if Deputy lets that ball go. It gets to the plate in time, but it would have been a decently close play. But we will never know now as the High Rollers regain the lead thanks to the RBI single from Blind Dolly. Vic Turnpike gets rung up there for 2 away. And here is Carlita Beltran, 2-on-2 out now. Beltran, first pitch swinging, gets it to second. Spencer Reed is there. The throw to first in time for round number 3. The High Rollers retake the lead now, 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 5, 6, 7 do it for the Vikings. And they face off against Tipsy Reynolds. They put 13 pitches on her to get 1 out, so a decent start. Can they continue to make her work a bit? But already an 0-2 count here to Kawhi Hatmore. Hatmore charges this one into right. That's a high fly ball, but not deep enough. Won't even get to a warning track as Evans makes the catch for round number 1. Amir Williams up to bat now, a .313 hitter in the regular season, 16 for 51. He grounds this one to range, and he'll take it himself for round number 2. And here comes Riley Reed. A 1-2 count for Reed. She swings at this one, a slow grounder. Ollie scoops it up, the throw in time for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Tipsy Reynolds, and we'll go to the top of the 7th in a 3-2 ball game. 8-9-1, do it for the High Rollers.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1.
Evans not having a great series at the plate, but did make a couple of clutch plays last night in Game 3. His speed defensively has been very useful for the High Rollers. He's got a full count. Swing and a miss! Hot Mike rings him up there. Out number 1, here's Alex Longstop.
Number 25.
He's got a 3-1 count. And that will be a walk for Longstop. Runner aboard, back for the top of the order. Here's Piston Omen.
Number 27.
Grounded to third. Freishak goes to second for 1, but they can't go fully around the horn. Runner at first is safe, so just gets the lead runner there. And that will bring up Wally Woolley 2 for 3 tonight. Here in game number 4 of the Super Series. He falls behind 0-2 to Hot Mike. Swings at that one hard, fouls it off though. Strike 3 called! Hot Mike rings it up there and sends us to the bottom of the 7th inning. Spencer Reed, Kazua Miyuki, and Vicky Marshall do up for the Vikings.
Baseman, now batting, number 11.
Noodles Nunez, some of the old guard of the Vikings organization, comes in here to take a pinch hit. If you recall, Noodles Nunez was the man who sent the Vikings into the division title against the Knights last season. He hit the game winner in game 15, but he flies out to left here, 1 away. Here's Miyuki, 0 for 2 so far. First pitch swinging, pops it up into center. A bunch of people converge, but it's Wally Woolley who ends up making the catch for out number 2. And that brings us back to Vicky Marshall. Tipsy Reynolds locked in. The Vikings couldn't do what they needed to and get the pitch count up on Reynolds. She's through 2 innings, is allowed a walk and a strikeout. Oh, Vicky Marshall puts a charge in this one. Right field. Is it deep enough? It's gone! It's gone! Vicky Marshall ties us up at 3 apiece. 415 feet into right field, and it's 3-3. And here's the man who tied us up last time, Judd French. He hit a home run into left field, very similar to what Vicky Marshall just did in right. It's not a home run, but it's a single up the middle, and the inning will continue for the Vikings. Tipsy no longer locked in. Up to 35 pitches. She checks on French, but he's back in time. Screwball low. Runners going. Judd French is going to be caught stealing. Another caught stealing for Carlita Beltran this series. I think she's up to 4 as we go to the top of the 8th, now tied at 3 apiece. Nunez will take over at second base. We'll see what that does defensively for the Vikings. A 2-2 count here to Max Range as he puts this one into center field, tracking it as French. He slides, knocks it down, can't complete the catch, but keeps it a single. Judd French was one of the 2 people that made the mistake last night trying to slide for one of those catches to let the ball go by him and ended up leading to runs being scored. Here's Noodles Nunez, ranges over to make the play. Out number 1, can't turn the Dragon special, but does get the lead runner. Max Range Becky Foe, beat that out by about half a step. So 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. The pressure is all the way up here. And Blind Ollie puts this one in the gap. It's going to roll to the wall. Becky Foe's digging for third. She's going to round third, head for home. The throw is not going to be in time. Becky Foe puts the High Rollers up again. 4-3. Blind Ollie with the RBI double. The Vikings just cannot keep the game tied. As soon as they get it all squared, the High Rollers are able to get the run right back. Just demoralizing for this Vikings team. So 2 outs, a runner on second here for Beltran. 0 for 3, the rookie also not having a great Super Series, despite having a very good postseason. But she'll ground out to second for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Vikings trailing once again here. 4-3. They need to get that offense going once again. How big was Becky Foe beating that double play out by literally a step? A 3-0 count to Liam Freishak from Tipsy. She finds his own off the slider, 3-1. And a high strike call, high and inside to make it a full count. He fouls off the next pitch. And that's caught by Range for out number 1 at the ankles. A nice battle back there from Reynolds, 3-0 to getting the out. That brings up Gage Deputy. Deputy fouls that one off, a 1-1 count to her. Owen finds his own 2-2. Strike 3 call on the screwball. The second time Deputy's been rung up on the screwball tonight, and it's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th for Kauai Hatmore. And that's a ground to short, and that should do it here for the 8th. We'll go to the 9th inning in a 4-3 ball game. Evans, Longstop, and Oman do it for the High Rollers. This is the same score we saw in game number 1, with the Vikings being victorious 4-3. Can Hot Mike keep it a 1-run deficit going to the bottom of the 9th? It's a 3-1 count to Evans. He's got a lot of speed. You don't want to give him a free pass. He fouls this one off. It makes it a full count. Pops it up. Looks like it will get into the stands. He'll get several rolls deep down the third base side. He'll live to see another pitch. That is a nice play by Nunez with the stop and gets it to first in time for out number 1. Noodles Nunez getting dirty, digging for that one, and makes a nice play for the first out here in the top of the 9th. Now bring up Alex Longstop with a walk and a single so far tonight. It has a 2-0 count. That's a hard hit ball off the glove of Deputy. It will trickle into right field. And Longstop will have himself a 1-out single. Vikings defenders playing hot potato a bit, but not enough to make Longstop trying to advance. Back to the top of the order. Here's Piston Ullman, 1 for 4 tonight. He is known for his late inning dramatics here in the playoffs, but grounds this one to Deputy. Deputy goes to second for 1. Reed back to first, not in time. High roller speed being able to beat out some of these double play opportunities for the Vikings here in game 4. Wally Woolley up now behind already 0-2. Flares this one to second, and Nunez is there to make the catch for round number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Vikings need 1 to tie, 2 to win. It's 6, 7, 8 due up for their order here, but a combined 0 for 7. And facing off against Tipsy Reynolds, can she complete the rest of the game? She's gone 3 1/3 and only given up 2 hits, a walk, an earned run, struck out 2 so far with 55 pitches. Screwball fouled off a 1-2 count to Amir Williams. Dribbler up the middle, Woolley charging in on it, gets it to Range in time, out number 1. Here's Riley Reed. Will they keep her in? She stays in the game, no one else on the bench. She takes the first pitch strike. She hits this one up the middle, just out of the reach of Vic Turnpike, and she'll be aboard. A one-out single for the Vikings, and the tying run is on base. Noodles Nunez represents the winning run here at the plate. Noodles Nunez into left, tracking that one's long stop, and he makes the catch round number 2. Nunez getting a good, long stop getting a good read on that, was able to get there just in time before it falls. And here's Miyuki, the last hope for the Vikings before they face a 3-1 deficit here in the Super Series. Pops it up behind home plate. It'll be foul, but he's behind 0-2. The payoff pitch from Tipsy Reynolds. Popped up into left. This should do it. Long stop tracking in, making the catch round number 3. The High Rollers take game 4. 4-3 are one win away from a Super Series championship. Four to 3 here in game number 4. Vikings were always coming from behind, were able to tie it up a couple of times, but could never hold serve in the next inning. High Rollers always managed to get the lead right back, and the Vikings ran out of time. 10 hits for the High Rollers. Multi-hit games for Woolley, Range, Ollie, and Longstop. Ollie, I think, probably your MVP of the game. 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. I think he hit 2 of the go-ahead, had 2 of the go-ahead hits and had the game-winning RBI. Turnpike with that monster home run earlier in the game. 7 hits tonight for the Vikings. Top of the order, the best they've looked so far, as French and Marshall can go a combined 4 for 7 with 2 home runs, but the rest of the order kind of bleak. Only 3 other hits combined through the other 7 players. Donut Boy, you won 4-3, so you now take a 3-1 series lead into game number 2 tonight. Dub Mars goes 4 2/3, gives up 2 earned. Tipsy Reynolds goes 4 1/3 with 1 earned. Barnstormer goes longer than Mars. He goes 5 1/3, but gives up 3. And Hot Mike gets the loss, giving up 1 earned through 3 2/3. MVP are actually Vicky Marshall and Judd French, then followed by Max Range. And off we go to game number 4. Could this be the final game we play here in Season 7 of the SSBL? Oh, game number 5 of the Super Series. I'm sorry. That was just game number 4. I panicked for a second. And we'll go back to the top of the rotations. It will now be Austin Floston versus Gardner Minshew. Minshew has been the lone win so far this series for the Vikings. So here we go. What could be the final game here for Season 7? Vikings with their backs against the wall. And they come back and make it a competitive series. We'll find out here. Minshew to take the mound. And here's Piston Omen. 0-2 to start things off to Omen. Plays off that pitch, 1-2. Strike 3, call. The forkball finds the zone, and Omen's rung up.
The second baseman, number 3.
3-0 to Wally Woolley now, and that's a 4-pitch walk for Woolley.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 89.
Here's Max Range, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Runner is going to throw from behind the plate, is in time! Kazuya Miyuki guns down Woolley to put 2 away. Next pitch swung on by Range. He breaks his bat, popping this one up to Spencer Reed for out number 3, and will go to the bottom of the first. And it'll be Marshall, French, and Freishak do it for the Vikings. Let's see if Marshall and French can continue the offensive mojo they saw in game number 4. That one's fouled off by Marshall, a 2-2 count. Fouls off another. And another, that one closer down the first baseline, but still foul. And she connects with this one, puts it through the right side of the infield, past the diving tandem of Range and Woolley, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Vicky Marshall.
The center fielder, number 41.
Here's Judd French. Takes a first pitch strike on the outside edge. Hit and run to perfection. Gets Vic Turnpike out of position. And French will have himself a single. Put 2 runners aboard here for the Vikings. Nobody out, and here's Liam Freishak.
60.
He takes a first pitch strike. And a second pitch strike, 0-2 to Freishak, a couple of fastballs. Dribbler up the middle, this could be an easy Dragon special, in time for 1. Back to first in time, Dragon special, a 6-4-3, gives them 2, and it's up to Gage Deputy to not relinquish the early opportunity here for the Vikings. And Deputy connects and puts this one down into right, and the Vikings will strike first 1-0. RBI double for Gage Deputy. Makes it a 1-0 game here in the bottom of the first.
Number 17.
That brings up Quai Hatmore now. Hatmore swings this one in foul territory. A lot of room for the ball here, and Longstop will recover, making the catch here for out number 3, and will bring us to the top of the second with Faux Ollie and Turnpike due up for the Rollers.
The designated hitter, number 4.
First pitch swinging is Faux. She pops this one into right, and Marshall is there, 1 away.
Now back, the third baseman, number 40.
Blind Ollie connects with that one, puts it down in front of Marshall. She's going to be aboard.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 20.
And here is the man of the series. And the hit and run is put to perfection for the High Rollers this time. Turnpike sneaks it by Spencer Reed, and the High Rollers have runners at the corners now.
6.
And here is Carlita Beltran. Swing and a miss there, 0-1. Lays off that pitch, call the ball. Grounded down the first base. Oh, it's just foul. But that's a grounder to the third. Freishak to second for 1. Reed to first. Dragon special! And the inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 in favor of the Vikings.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Amir Williams leading things off here. Popped it up behind home plate. It looks like it will stay in play for Beltran, and she'll make the catch for round number 1,
now batting,
bringing up Riley Reed.
number 69.
2-0 the count. Pops this one up. Turnpike makes his way back there into shallow right, or excuse me, left center, making the catch for round number 2, and here is Spencer Reed. Reed connects to this one into center, but Oman tracks it down for round number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Austin Floston, and we'll head to the top of the third. 8-9-1 due up for the High Rollers here, still in a 1-0 ball game.
Number 1.
First pitch swing in, pops it up into right. Marshall making the catch for round number 1. Brings up Alex Longstop now.
Number 25.
Gardner Minshew locked in here, 2 1/3 innings so far, getting up 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Only 22 pitches. Long stop, though, singles up the middle. And brings us back to the top of the order. Here comes Piston Omen. Omen singles up the middle, and the High Rollers in business here. 2 aboard with only 1 out here.
Now back, the second baseman, number 3.
And that one's down into the gap. That could score 1, probably 2, as it goes all the way to the wall. Runners headed for third, rounding third, headed home. The throw from Williams doesn't even go home, and the High Rollers have taken the lead 2-1. Wally Woolley with the bases clearing, 2 RBI double, and the High Rollers have taken the lead. Spencer able to backhand that one, gets it to first in time. 2 away.
Number 4.
Foe pops this one up into right center. Judd French calling for it. And he will make the catch round number 3, but the High Rollers have taken the lead here. And what could be the series clinching game for them. And we'll go to the bottom of the third, 2-1.
Number 45.
Miyuki connects with this one, and that's going to be down. A good recovery by Omen, though, not letting it get by him for extra bases. It will just be a leadoff single for Miyuki. Bringing us back to the top of the order here is Vicky Marshall.
37.
Marshall swings that one off the glove of Max Range, and no one covers first in time, so everybody is safe. So just like that, Vikings have 2 aboard with nobody out, and here's Judd French. Judd French connects with this one, puts it into left, and everyone will go station to station. The Vikings instantaneously have the bases loaded and nobody out. And here's the grand slam hitter from game number 2, Liam Freishak. He takes a 1-1 count from Floston. The curveball misses high, 2-1. Fastball in the bottom of the zone, 2-2. Swings at this one, a high fly ball into right. Easy play for Evans, but should be deep enough for a run to tag. And the run will come home to score to tie the game at 2 apiece. Vicky Marshall also tags from second and goes to third. So runners at the corners now for the Vikings in a 2-2 ball game. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here's Gage Deputy. She swings this one. It's a ground ball too short. Turnpike goes to first, gets the out there, but the run from third will score, and the Vikings regain the lead 3-2. Deputy gets the RBI off the fielder's choice, and the Vikings are taking advantage of the opportunity, regaining the lead 3-2. Productive outs for the Vikings. Now has us a runner on second with 2 outs in the bottom of the third for Kawhi Hatmore. He fouls this one off. Floston now tense after this inning. 6 hits, 3 earned through 2 2/3. And Hatmore pokes this one over the head of Max Range. Run's going to round third, head from home. The throw from Evans is cut off, and the run will score. It's 4-2 Vikings.
Fielder, number 20.
Kawhi Hatmore flares it over the head of Max Range, and it brings home another run for the Vikings. They've scored 3 here in the bottom of the third. This should end it, though, a grounder to Woolley in time at first, round number 3, but a 3 spot for the Vikings makes it a 4-2 ball game going to the top of the 4th. Blind Ollie, Vic Turnpike, and Carlita Beltran due up for the High Rollers.
Number 40.
This one's in foul territory for Blind Ollie. Tracking it is Marshall, but it will bounce off the wall, and it will be foul. And that one will be down into right. Blind Ollie with a leadoff single.
Now batting, the shortstop, number
Here comes Vic Turnpike. He's been a thorn in the side for the Vikings this series. 1 for 1 here in Game 5 already, with a 2-0 count here for Minshew. Minshew finds his own off the off speed. And the forkball in there nicely, 2-2. Pops him up on the next pitch. This one sails into shallow right field. Marshall is under it. She'll make the catch, round number 1. And that'll bring up Carlita Beltran.
Number 36.
And she starts her off with a fastball low. And the slider finds zone as well, 0-2. Forkball in the dirt, 1-2. Strike 3 called, and Beltran's rung up.
Now batting, the right fielder.
The second strikeout from Minshew so far. And that brings up Evans. 1 on, 2 out here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 the count to him. Changeup misses wide. And it misses again, 3-1 to Evans. That one manages to find the zone. The count is full. The runner is going. Strike 3 called! Back-to-back strikeouts for Gardner Minshew to end the top of the 4th. We'll go bottom half. It's the bottom of the order. Do it for the Vikings. They lead still 4-2 here in game number 5 of the Season 7 Super Series. First pitch swinging is Riley Reed. She fouls it off. Takes the next pitch high and outside. That's a hard hit ball into center, but right to Piston Omen for round number 1. Brings up Spencer Reed.
Number 9.
Swings and misses at the first pitch. Grounder to the right side. Woolley's able to track it down and get it to range in time for round number 2. A mojo boost now for Austin Floston. He's no longer tense, back to neutral. One and 2, the count to Miyuki here. He's locked in, but takes strike 3 called. He checked his swing, but it finds his own anyway, and we'll go to the 5th inning. 9-1-2, do it for the High Rollers. Alex Longstop to lead us off.
Number 25.
That one's foul. 1 and 2, the count now to Longstop. This one will be foul as well. This one back to the mound. Minshew snags it nicely and gets it to Deputy. 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder. Number 27.
And this is a high fly ball by Piston Omen, and that one is gone! Omen off the pole and the bullpen. Similar to what Judd French did in the other game, 4-23, and makes it a 1-run game, 4-3.
Now batting, the second baseman.
These teams appear to love that score. Not a doubt about that one by Piston Omen. Two and 2, the count now to Wally Woolley. And Woolley's going to put this one into the gap. That's going to get by Vicky Marshall. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. He's at second, going for third. And he will have himself a 1-out triple.
Now batting, the
So the High Rollers have the tying run 90 feet away now for max range. Range 0 for 2. First pitch swing. Flares it to Deputy, who makes this catch for round number 2.
now batting, the designated hitter. Number 4.
And here's Becky Foe. Now she's also 0 for 2. A meaty part of the order here for the High Rollers. Manchew's got to try and get past this. A 3-0 count to Foe. That one finds the zone, 3-1. As does that one. He's battled back to a full count. The payoff pitch. Grounded to first. Deputy snags it and will step on the bag herself for round number 3. The High Rollers get 1, but strand a runner at third. Makes it a 3-4 ball game going to the bottom of the 5th. And it'll be Vicky Marshall leading things off here, the top of the order for the Vikings. She's 2 for 2, looks to make it 3 for 3. This one's dying, though, and Evans will make the over-the-shoulder catch for round number 1. That one looked good off the bat, but started dying very quickly in its trajectory into right field, and Evans, his speed, able to recover in time to make the catch. And then Judd French pops this one up, an easy play for Beltran. A quick 2 outs now for Floston. Floston rebounding nicely after the inning where the Vikings scored 3. And the pitch count has rebounded nicely as well, only at 60 pitches here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. A 3-1 count, though, to Liam Freishak. And Freishak will put this one up the middle, nutmegging Floston in the process. A 2-out single for him. And that brings up Gage Deputy. She's 1 for 2 today. 2 RBIs for her today and a double. Runners going hit and run, but Deputy fouls it off. That one's high, 3-1 now to Deputy. A couple of checks by Floston to the runner, but they're back in time. But that is ball 4, and the Vikings will have 2 aboard here for Kawhi Hatmore. Floston will remain in the game. Hatmore 1 for 2 in this game with an RBI. 2 on, 2 out for the Vikings here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 4-3 here. And a 3-0 count to Hatmore. That one a meatball in the zone, but he bat on the shoulder, 3-1. A ground and a short. Turnpike scoops it up and gets it to first in time for down number 3. Floston able to dig out of the jam he created and send us to the top of the sticks. Still in a 1-run game. Blind Dolly to lead us off here in the 6th. He's 2 for 2. Oh, a hard hit ball there, but foul. This one flared, but that one sneaks through the right side of the infield. Spencer and Deputy both dove for it, but could not quite reach it, and Blind Ollie is aboard. And here is Vic Turnpike. Can he cement his Super Series MVP with a heroic play here? But he'll pop this one up to short. And Riley Reed will make the catch one away. Here's Carlita Beltran. 0 for 2 so far here in game number 5. She is tense. Continuing her bad streak of games so far here in the Super Series. Defensively, she's been all right. She does have quite a few caught stealings, but the bat has not been a major factor of her play here. This one's popped up into right. Tracking that one is Marshall. She'll catch up to it, making the catch for round number 2. And that will bring up Jarius G. Baby Evans. He's also 0 for 2. Evans swings at this one, pops it up into right, trending foul territory, but Marshall will be there to make the catch for round number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Amir Williams, Riley Reed, and Spencer Reed to up a combined 0 for 6 so far tonight. See if this part of the order can get anything going, but it will be against Tipsy Reynolds. She'll come in for relief of Austin Floston, charging her to get the final innings of this game under wraps. Trying to keep it at a 1-run deficit. Swing and a miss. She strikes out Williams.
Now back, the shortstop, number 69.
Foul ball by Riley Reed, and she's behind 0-2. Fouls off a couple, 1-2. Swing and a miss! Back-to-back strikeouts for Tipsy Reynolds.
The second baseman, number 9.
That'll be a 4-pitch walk to Spencer Reed to bring up Kazuo Miyuki. Reynolds checks on the runner. He's back in time. 0-1 to Miyuki. He's 1 for 2. Swings at this one, flares it to short. Turnpike's able to meet it there for out number 3 to send us to the top of the 7th. 9-1-2 do it for the High Rollers here, as they trail by 1, entered into the back third of game number 5. Minshew still on the mound at 76 pitches. Doing a good job here as the starter for the Vikings. Trying to limit the pitch count on Bruce Hotmike, but a 3-1 count here to Alex Longstop. He finds his own there, full count. Grounded to second, Spencer is there, throws it to first in time for out number 1. And here is Piston Omen. He's been a busy man tonight here in Game 5. 2 for 3, a home run and a single. Brought us to this 4-3 game we have. And he's got a 3-0 count. But Minshew finds the bottom of the zone there. And finds it again with the forkball. Count is full. Omen spoils that pitch into the stands. But that one's nowhere close in the dirt, and Omen will take a walk. So tying run aboard for the High Rollers to bring up Wally Woolley, who's having himself a night. 2 for 2, a triple and a double. And he pokes this one over the head of Spencer Reed. Runner's going to go for third. Judd French cuts it off before it gets by him, keeping the runner at third. But the High Rollers in business with runners at the corners with only 1 out here in the top of the 7th. In comes Bruce Hotmike to try and get him out of the jam. It's Max Range at the plate, 0 for 3. Hotmike checks on Woolley. He's back in time. Pitch called a strike on the outside edge. Grounded to short. This could be 2. Reed to Reed for 1. To first for the Dragon special. Hotmike comes into the game and gets the double play and will go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 4-3. Top of the order do it for the Vikings. Another big double play for the Vikings when they need it the most. Two and 1 the count to Vicky Marshall. She's 2 for 3, flares this one to Range, who makes the catch, 1 away. And here's Judd French, also 2 for 3. First pitch strike on the slider. That one's inside, 1-1. Fastball put into right center. That one's deep. Doesn't have enough. It's off the top of the wall. It rattles around a bit. Omen's up with it. But Judd French will have himself a 1-out triple. The Vikings have a chance for some insurance here. With a runner on third, only 1 out here for Liam Freishack. 1-2 the count. Pitch grounded to short. Turnpike up with it. He'll go to first for out number 2 and allows the run to score. Infield was playing in, but Turnpike doesn't throw home, allowing the Vikings to double up the lead to 2 here, 5-3. A bit of a mistake there by Turnpike, who's otherwise been very clutch this postseason. I think he probably would have nabbed French at home. Despite French being pretty fast, I think with how far in the infield was playing, he would have gotten the throw home in time. Or at very least would have made it a close play. And especially in a tight game with a potential to win the Super Series, you've got to try and knock that run down. They get out of the inning, but it's now a 5-3 ball game as we head into the top of the 8th. 4-5-6 do it for the High Rollers. Becky Foe 0 for 3 here in Game 5. Not a great game for her. Takes a strike there. 2-1 the count. That one misses wide. He comes back with a strike. Full count. Swing and a miss. Foe gets rung up there. 1 away. And here's a dangerous man made even more dangerous. Blind Ollie, 3 for 3 and locked in. He takes a first pitch strike on a nice curveball. Fastball misses low. The curveball, this one's fouled off, makes it a 1-2 count. And strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hotmike. 2 outs now here in the top of the 8th. Up comes Vic Turnpike, 1 for 3. He's got a 1-1 count. Swings through that one, it's 2-2. Popped up into right, tracking that one is Marshall, and she'll be there for out number 3, and the side is retired. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th with the Vikings looking for a bit of insurance. It's Williams, Reed, and Spencer Reed. Due up here, this part of the order still remains hitless. First pitch strike offered from Tipsy to Williams. Slider misses low. Fastball in there, 1-2. Backs him off the plate now, 2-2. Strike 3 call, top of the zone. Reynolds rings up another. Her 3rd strikeout of game 5. Nice screwball finds his own. And the slider comes back in, 1-2. Swing and a miss! Reynolds rings up another, and it brings up Spencer Reed. Another nasty screwball. Swung on and missed, and another one in the zone, 1-2 to Spencer. Swing and a miss! Tipsy Reynolds strikes out the side and sends us to the top of the 9th. High Rollers need 2 to extend the game, and it's going to be the bottom of the order due up. An 0 for 3, Carlita Beltran comes up. Lindsay McMaster will come in defensively, and Beltran will stay in the game to take the plate appearance. She pops this one up in foul territory, trending towards the stands, and it will just find the second row. 0-2 the count to her. She fouls off another. That one's high, 1-2. This one's up the middle. Beltran has herself a leadoff single. And we have one swing baseball here in Game 5 of the Super Series. Jarius Evans could tie things up here with one swing of the bat. He's 0 for 3 though, but has himself a 2-0 count. The pitching for the Vikings in the 9th inning has not been pretty this series. Nearly cost them in Game 1, cost them Game 2. Can they avoid getting their hearts ripped out of their chest for a 3rd time? Evans singles this one down the 3rd base line. That's going to get into left. Williams can't come up with it. He finally is up with it, but not before the runner gets all the way to 3rd. The High Rollers have the tying run at 2nd with nobody out here in the top of the 9th. It's Alex Long's up. He grounds this one to 1st. McMaster is up with it. She'll take it herself for out number 1. The runner from 3rd scores. It's now 5-4 with a runner at 3rd. The tying run 90 feet away, and here's Piston Omen. Oh no, it's off the glove of Kwayamiki. But he recovers in time for the runner to stay at 3rd. It's a 3-1 count now to Piston Omen. And that will be a walk to Piston Omen. The High Rollers now have runners on the corners, and here is Wally Woolley. He's a home run away from the cycle. And the High Rollers trail by 1. He grounds one up the middle. It's a base hit. The High Rollers will tie the game. RBI single for Wally Woolley, and Game 5 is tied at 5-5. Still only one out here in the top of the 9th. The pressure's all the way up. Hot Mike not tense though. He's still neutral despite blowing the lead here in the top of the 9th. Max Range pops this one up behind home plate. Miyuki makes the catch for round number 2. And here is Becky Foe. She's 0 for 4 intense. But with 2 on, 2 out for the High Rollers here. A base hit could give him the lead and bid him 3 outs away from a Super Series title. She puts one into left. The throw from Williams is in time! Amir Williams keeps the game tied at 5. An absolute gun from left field, and the Vikings have a chance to force a Game 6. (9-1-2) duel for the Vikings. Can they come up with one run to force a game 6? A full count for Miyuki. Swings to that one, puts it into left. No one's going to come up with that one. That's down in front of off the warning track, off the wall, and Miyuki has a leadoff double. The winning run is in scoring position now for Vicky Marshall. She's 2 for 4 tonight. First pitch swinging, heavy hit, but fouls it off. Lays off that one, 1-1. The pressure is all the way up here for Tipsy. Swing and a miss through a nice slider. Grounder to the third base side. Turnpike catches up to it, gets the throw in time to first, but the runner advances 90 feet and is 90 feet away from the win for the Vikings. Here's Judd French. The infield's playing in. The throw will definitely go home this time. And it's a 2-0 count to French. 3-0, they might as well just put him on this time, and they will. A 4-pitch walk puts runners now at the corners for the Vikings, and here is Liam Freishak. He grounded into a double play earlier in the game. The High Rollers would love another one of those here. But a base hit wins the game for the Vikings. He fouls off a couple, falls behind 0-2 to Tipsy Reynolds, who's throwing her 65th pitch here. She won't last much longer. Can she bring us into extra innings? 2-2 now, the count to Freishak. She delivers, fouled off again by Freishak. Runners going, the pitch is, call the ball. Okay, that was a very strange sequence of events. So the pitch was low, called the ball, made a full count. Runner stole the throw. Carlita Beltran didn't even make a throw, which allowed the runner to steal. Then grounded to second. Runner stayed put, so the throw is out. So runner still at second and third with 2 outs here for Lindsay McMaster, the defensive substitution. Can she come up clutch for her team? She swings at ball 3, pops up to second, and we're going to extra innings. The first extra inning game here in Season 7 Super Series, and it'll be 5-6-7 do it for the High Rollers. The Vikings had a glorious opportunity with a leadoff double and could not capitalize. Tipsy Reynolds shutting the door, giving her team a chance here in extra innings. Ollie grounds this one to short. Riley Reed is there. The throw is in time for round number 1. Here is Vic Turnpike. A very dangerous man this postseason. 1 for 4 here. Though in game number 5, here tied 5-5 now in the top of the 10th. 0-2 the count now. Strike 3 called. Hot Mike rings up Turnpike. And here's Carlita Beltran. Beltran, a line shot into center, but right at Judd French for out number 3, and the Vikings will have another opportunity to walk it off. And it's 5-6-7 due up, a combined 1 for 12. Reynolds will start the bottom of the 10th with her stamina in the red, but gets a quick first out. Probably the last batter she'll face, 75 pitches, and that will do it for her. In comes Liv Polbein. I believe at one point a former Viking, if my memory serves me correct. Amir Williams 0 for 4. Vikings desperate for some offense here. A 2-2 count. That one misses. The count is full now. And Williams grounds this one to Woolley. Easy play for him, 2 away. And here is Riley Reed 0 for 4 tonight. And in comes Donnie Driver for a pinch hit. First pitch swinging, puts this one to the left, but it will be there for Alex Longstop to make the catch, round number 3, and will go to the top of the 11th. 8-9-1 do it for the High Rollers here. They lead the series 3-1. Amir Williams will take over at short. Driver is now in left. Evans breaks his bat swing at this one, pops it foul. Easy play for Miyuki, 1 away. Here's Alex Longstop, 1 for 4. Hot Mike through 4 innings has allowed 4 hits and a walk, 2 earned runs at 55 pitches. Grounder up the middle. Williams is able to catch up to it. The throw is in time for out number 2. A large difference, though, between Williams and Riley Reed at short, though. Williams does not have a lot of fielding and is tense now. So we'll have to see if that plays a factor later on. 2 outs now in the top of the 11th. Here's Piston Omen. He's got a 3-1 count. He's walked twice already tonight and make it 3. Make it a hat trick of walks for Omen. And here is Wally Woolley. Another chance at the cycle. He's 4 for 4, a triple, a double, 2 singles. And his team at the brink of winning the Super Series, tied 5-5 here. In a series they lead 3-1. And he's got a 2-0 count. That one just misses 3-0. Mike change of pace, throws to first, runners back in time. Fastball in the zone, 3-1. And is that one as well. Count runs full. The runner will be going. Swing and a miss! Hot Mike rings him up there and sends us to the bottom of the 11th. Will the third time be the charm for the Vikings? 8-9-1 to appear. Spencer Reed now gets pulled in favor of Noodles Nunez. The Vikings pulling out all their offensive stops to try and win this one. They are in a do-or-die situation. The remainder of Season 7 is in their very hands. 3-1 the count to Noodles Nunez. A strike called there. The count is full. That one's a dribbler back to the mound. Liv Polbean snags it, gets it to max range in time for round number 1. Miyuki up now, 2 for 4 here tonight. 1 out now here in the bottom of the 11th. First pitch swinging is Miyuki, fouls that one into the dugout. That one's hit hard. That's going to get down into the gap. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. He's digging for 2. He'll have himself a 1-out double. The Vikings once again have the winning run in scoring position. Can the top of the order bring him in and force a game 6? Vicky Marshall 2 for 5 tonight. But falls behind 0-2. A couple of good pitches from Polbean. Goes to the bottom of the zone, doesn't come up lucky. 1-2. That one's up the middle. This could do it. The run's going to round third, head from home. The throw from Piston Omen is not in time. The Vikings walk it off and will have a game 6. Vicky Marshall walks it off for the Vikings and keeps them alive here in the Season 7 Super Series. Six to 5 in 11. The Vikings still have a pulse. High Rollers out-hit the Vikings 14-12, but can't come up with the win. Wally Woolley 4 for 5, could not finish off the cycle. Had 3 RBIs on the night. Piston Omen 2 for 3, had a home run. Blind Ollie 3 for 5, and then a bunch of hits spread around the rest of the lineup. 7 strikeouts for the High Rollers offensively. 6 for the Vikings. 12 hits for them. 3 from Marshall and French. The top of the order starting to get hotter and hotter. Miyuki with 3 others, but the other hits kind of splattered around. No home runs for the Vikings. 2 RBIs for Freishak, Deputy, and Marshall and Hatmore with the other 2. Floston, an excellent performance for him. 4 earned through 5. Tipsy Reynolds, 1 through 4 and a third. Liv Polbean gets pegged with the loss with the final earned run in the last inning she pitched. Minshew, who was 3, gives up 10 hits and 2 walks, but goes 6 and a third. And Bruce Hot Mike gets the win, going 4 2/3, giving up 2, striking out 4. Your MVP of the game is Wally Woolley, Piston Omen, then Judd French. Reversal from the last game where we had 2 Vikings on the MVP and the loss. So we will now have a decisive, potentially, game 6. But we will go back to Red Rock for this game and potentially a game 7. Perfect. And we will have Joy Halliday on the mound against the Peach Dropkin Enigma. Dropkin's last 3 starts have been absolutely abysmal, but the High Rollers have managed to rally in each and every one of them. What will we have here in game number 6? The High Rollers just need 1 to clinch the Super Series title. Vikings still playing for their lives. We'll have the top of the order here to start off in the first inning. Let's see what Dropkin has in her bag of tricks here tonight. I believe she gave up 7 earned through around 3 innings in game number 2 before finally getting pulled. And she gives up a leadoff walk to Vicky Marshall.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 41.
Swing and a miss from Judd French.
Ball, that's low.
Slider misses low, 1-1.
Ball, that's outside.
2-1. Popped up, but will get out of play. Makes the 2-2 count for French. Foul ball again. French playing in his 3rd Super Series, but is yet to come up with a ring. Trying desperately to change history for his career. And his patience will be rewarded. He will walk as well. So the Peach Dropkin Enigma returning again. 2 walks to start off the game. And here's the man she gave up the grand slam to, Liam Freishak. She starts him off with a 1-1 count. Finds the zone there off the curveball, 1-2. He fouls that one off, staying alive. Chops another one foul. It looks like it will get out of play. Yes, it will. This one will be foul as well, but will not get out of play. Max range in foul territory, making the catch for round number 1. Which brings up Gage Deputy. 2-0 count to her. 3-0. And that's a 4-pitch walk for Deputy, and the bases will be loaded for the Vikings. Here's Kawhi Hatmore. A chance for the Vikings to strike early here in game 6. First pitch strike on the fastball. That one's hit up the middle, off the glove of Wally Woolley. He'll get the runner at second. They stayed put thinking he would make the catch, but a run does come home to score to make it a 1-0 lead for the Vikings. Wally Woolley couldn't come up with the play. Oh, and an ugly swing and miss. That ball was nowhere close to the zone. Amir Williams, he gets rung up there to end the inning, and will go to the bottom of the 3rd with a 1-0 lead for the Vikings. Amir Williams not having a great night. That was an absolutely disgusting swing and miss. That ball was in the next batter's box. Let's see what Joy Halliday has in store. She gets a quick first out with the soft liner to 3rd. I'll bring up Wally Woolley. So all things considered, the Vikings had the bases loaded and only 1 out and only get 1 run from it. So a decent get out of the jam there for Peach Dropkin. Woolley will ground out 2nd to 1st there for out number 2, bringing up max range. Early a 1-1 count here to range. Fastball up the middle. Max range will have himself a 2-out single.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 4.
I'll bring up Becky Foe. Becky Foe into center field, and that one is gone! I was about to say Becky Foe was silent in game number 5, but starts game number 6 with a shot into dead center field, giving her team a 2-1 lead.
Now batting, the third baseman, Strike. Nope, that's high. Ball outside.
So Holiday, despite getting 2 quick outs, can't finish off the inning and is now tense after relinquishing the lead to Becky Foe in the home run. 2-2 now to Blind Ollie. Fast grounder to Freishak, who scoops it up, gets to first in time for out number 3, but the High Rollers take the lead 2-1 as we go to the top of the second. 7-8-9 due up for the Vikings. Riley Reed to lead things off.
69. That's outside.
1-2 the count to Riley Reed. She fouls this one off. Swing and a miss! Dropkin rings up another.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9. Strike.
1-2 the count to Spencer Reed.
Ball, that's inside.
Lays off that pitch.
High.
And that one as well makes it a full count. Fouls this one back. Swing and a miss! 3 straight strikeouts from Dropkin.
Batting, the catcher, number 45. That's outside.
1-1 the count now to Miyuki. That one finds the zone, 1-2. He connects with this one, puts it down into left in front of Longstop. That's going to be good for a 2-out single.
Now batting,
Whoops.
fielder, number 37.
Decent catch, Lasers. Yeah, still day one, just with a 24-hour hiatus. And Marshall puts one into center. Vikings with a bit of a 2-out rally here. 2 on, 2 out now for Judd French.
Center fielder, number 41. That's low.
As I mentioned earlier for French, him playing in his third Super Series out of the last 4, desperately trying to change his career legacy, but pops out there to end the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. 6-7-8 due up for the High Rollers. Here's Vic Turnpike.
Number 20.
That one's foul. 0-2 now to Turnpike.
Nope, that's high.
This one is foul as well, staying alive.
Ball, high.
Lays off that one, 2-2. This one's grounded to first. Deputy is there, and she'll take it herself for out number 1,
Now batting,
which brings up Carlita Beltran. Holiday still tense after the home run. Surprised she hasn't come back up a bit. 1-1 the count now to Carlita. Into right, but tracking that one nicely is Marshall, making the catch for out number 2.
batting, the right fielder, number.
Swing and a miss! Evans gets rung up there and sends us to the top of the 3rd. Liam Freishak, Gage Deputy, and Kawhi Atmore do it for the Vikings.
Third baseman, number.
Still a 2-1 ball game here in the top of the 3rd. Dropkin
That's down.
bouncing back nicely after that first inning.
Inside.
Did give up a couple hits late there in the second. 51 pitches, though. That pitch count's already very high for the 3rd inning. 2-2 here to Freishak. Strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Dropkin. She's up to 4.
The first baseman, number 10.
This one's through the left side of the infield. Gage Deputy has herself a single,
Now batting,
which will bring up Kawhi Atmore,
number 17.
who got the RBI off the misplay by Wally Woolley. Hits this one way out of Wally Woolley's range, and he'll be aboard with a base hit. Puts 2 runners aboard for the Vikings here.
Now batting,
And it brings up Amir Williams, see if he can get out of his slump. It was his play in left, though, that kept it a tie game that later allowed the Vikings to win it in extras in Game 5. But can't get it done at the plate as he pops this one up just a shade into the left field grass. Caught by Vic Turnpike for round number 2. And they'll bring up Riley Reed.
Number 69.
Reed puts this one back to Dropkin, who stacks it nicely, gets the first in time for round number 3, and the Vikings will strand a pair and will go to the bottom of the 3rd. 9-1-2 duo for the High Rollers. Long stop here with his first appearance of the night.
Number 25. No, that's high. Ball inside.
Back to the mound. Holiday scoops it nicely, gets it to Deputy in time for round number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 27. No, inside. No, that's high. Ball 4.
That'll be a walk to Piston Omen.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3.
1 on, 1 out now for Wally Woolley. The first walk issued by Holiday tonight.
That's high.
3-1 to Woolley.
Ball 4.
And that's another walk, so High Rollers with 2 aboard now.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 89. Ball.
That's a slow grounder to second. Reed is there, making the throw in time for out number 2.
Now batting,
Way too slow of a developing play for a Dragons special. Both runners advance into scoring position now for Becky Foe, who hit the 2-run home run that has the High Rollers ahead here.
ball outside.
And she's ahead in the count 2-0. Balance this one off, third base line, 2-1 the count. Pops this one foul. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Foe is rung up, and the High Rollers strand a pair and will go to the 4th inning. 8-9-1 duo for the Vikings now.
The second baseman, number 9.
Dropkin with a very interesting game. 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 walks. I guess they charged that as an error to Wally Woolley, and she rings up her 5th strikeout victim of the night.
The catcher, number 45. That's low.
Grounded to short, easy play for Turnpike. Out number 2.
Now batting, the right
And back to the top of the order here is Vicky Marshall. First pitch swinging, Marshall gives this one to Woolley, who gets it to range in time for a 1-2-3 inning for Dropkin, and will go to the bottom of the 4th for Ollie Turnpike and Carlita Beltran duo for the High Rollers.
now batting, the third baseman, number 40. He's out.
First pitch swinging, Deputy makes the snag for round number 1.
The shortstop, number 20.
All day through 3 1/3, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs. This one's over the glove of Gage Deputy, and that will roll into the corner. Digging for 2, and he will be in there. Vic Turnpike digging for 2,
The catcher,
and he's got himself a 1-out double.
36.
Carlita Beltran up now, 0 for 1. Takes the first pitch strike on a slider high in the zone.
Outside.
Fastball misses wide.
No, inside.
Where did that one miss? She swings through that one, 2-2 the count now. And that one's grounded through the right side of the infield. Runners at 3rd and will stay put. A good throw in by Vicky Marshall, but the High Rollers with runners at the corners now with 1 out. Here is G. Baby Evans, 0 for 1. Ground to the third. Freishak only play is to first for out number 2. The High Rollers put another one on the board, make it a 3-1 ball game.
Fielder, number 25.
Nope, that's inside.
Yes, Game 7 would be played tonight if needed. 2-1 the count now to Alex Longstop with a runner on second. And he puts this one over the head, down into left, all the way in the corner. Another run will score for the High Rollers. Their lead is now up to 4-1.
Now back, the center fielder, number 27.
Piston Omen now up with an opportunity with the runner at second base after the RBI double from Alex Longstop. This one is popped up back to the mound, and Holiday will make the catch. Round number 3, but 2 runs for the High Rollers. They're up by 3 going into the top of the 5th. 2, 3, 4, do it for the Vikings.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 41.
No, high. No, that's high.
1-2 the count to Judd French. He fouls this one off. 2-2 now. And French into center. Deep goes Piston Omen, and that one is gone. Judd French puts one into the stands and makes it a 4-2 ball game.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 16.
First pitch swinging is Liam Freishak. He fouls this one off. Just falls in front of Blind Ollie. Couldn't get there in time. He stays alive.
That's inside.
This one's popped up, stays in play, and Max Range is under it for 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Brings up Gage Deputy. Gage Deputy, actually a former High Roller, has made her way through a couple different organizations before she found her home here on the Vikings.
No, high.
3-1 the count,
Take your base.
and she will draw a walk. Another walk issued by Dropkin.
the designated hitter.
Wonder how much longer they'll leave Dropkin in. 84 pitches here in the top of the 5th, 4 walks. This one's up the middle, a base hit for Hatmore. Vikings with 2 on, only 1 out here. Brings up Amir Williams. He's been easy out so far in this Super Series. See if he can get some mojo going his way for his team. They need it desperately with their backs against the wall here. Facing a 3-2 series deficit in Game 6 of the Super Series, but pops it up. Infield fly is called. Wally Woolley will make the catch for round number 2. And Amir Williams will retreat back to the dugout.
Number 69.
And here is Riley Reed, 0 for 2. Reed also not a stellar series at the plate for her,
Oh, that's inside.
despite Game 1, I feel. The Reeds had a pretty good Game 1, but have gone pretty silent since then. She draws a 3-1 count, though, from Dropkin.
Take your base.
And she'll draw a walk, and the Vikings will have the bases loaded. A chance here for Spencer Reed. He's 0 for 2 intense. They'll leave him in the game. First pitch swinging, pops it up, and the High Rollers will get out of the inning. Turnpike with the catch, and the Vikings leave the bases loaded. That's up to at least 5 runners stranded for the Vikings tonight.
Now batting,
We complimented them earlier with them taking advantage of the opportunities they've been given, but so far here tonight they have stranded 5 and make it maybe even 7. I think they stranded probably 2 in that first inning. They had the bases loaded there as well. So Vikings not coming up clutch with their opportunities here in Game 6. Dropkin, despite getting into trouble, actually have been able to get out of it. A couple of quick outs for Holiday here in the top of the 5th. Excuse me, the bottom of the 5th. And here is Becky Foe. Foe swings that one, fouls it off. It'll be an 0-2 count.
Ball, high.
Grounded down the first base line, and it's out of the reach of Gage Deputy, and Becky Foe will be aboard.
Now back, the third baseman, number 40.
Blind ollie up to bat, 0 for 2, swings at the first pitch, pops it up into right field. Easy play for Vicky Marshall. She'll make the catch for out number 3 and send us to the top of the 6th in a 4-2 ball game. 9-1-2 do it for the Vikings here. And that will do it for Peach Dropkin. And it'll be Liv Polbean making the appearance first out of the bullpen. The first pitcher to come out of the bullpen in the game. The first person out of the bullpen to... I can't phrase this correctly. Other than Tipsy Reynolds, Liv Polbean is the first person to come out of the bullpen to be the first person to relieve the starting pitcher. Still a clunky way to say that, but I think I got the messages across anyway. She gets a quick first out, but here's Vicky Marshall now. Marshall grounds this one to range. She'll take it himself for round number 2. And here is Judd French. Hit a home run into right or left center and connects to this one up the middle. He's going to be aboard. Judd French trying to make the most of it. He doesn't want to go 0-3 in Super Series. Super Series. This is Super Series. Liam Freishak 0 for 3.
That's high.
Takes that one high, 1-1. Swings at the curveball, pops it up a mile high. Vic Turnpike will be under it. And he'll make the catch for round number 3. And that will get us to the bottom of the 6th. Turnpike, Carlita Beltran, and G. Baby Evans do it for the High Rollers.
Shortstop, number 20.
First pitch swing in, grounded to Reed.
He's out.
And Spencer gets it to first in time for round number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, number 36.
Here comes Carlita Beltran. 1 for 2 here. And Beltran puts a charge in this one, but right to Vicky Marshall and right for round number 2.
Now batting, the right field.
One of the better swings I think we've seen from Beltran in the Super Series, but right to the fielder. Brings up Evans, and he falls behind 0-2. Pops this one in foul territory, but I don't think anyone's going to catch up to it. It falls harmlessly to the ground. And he'll stay alive for another pitch. Breaks his bat swing. This one pops up to first. And Deputy will make the catch for round number 3. And we're to the 7th inning. In a 4-2 ball game and a do-or-die game for the Vikings. The final 3 innings, they trail by 2. It's Gage Deputy to lead things off here against Liv Polbean. Takes the first pitch strike.
Nope, that's high.
She pops this one up into right. And it's Wally Woolley who's under it.
He's out.
And he makes the catch for round number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
High Rollers 8 outs away from a Super Series title. Here's Quai Hatmore. He's 2 for 3 and locked in. And he will single this one up the middle just out of the range of Wally Woolley. Hatmore goes to 3 for 3. Or 3 for 4, excuse me. Here's Amir Williams. Can he do something at the plate for the Vikings? And he can, just over the outreach glove of Wally Woolley. Oh, the runner almost didn't get to second in time. Guess he wasn't sure if Woolley would come up with that. And Riley Reed will get pulled in favor of Donnie Driver in the pitch hit. So 2-1, first pitch swinging, Driver grounded to short. Turnpike goes to second for 1, to first, can't complete the Dragon special.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9.
Donnie Driver beats out the double play to keep the inning alive here in the top of the 7th. Vikings with runners at the corners, 2 outs now for Spencer Reed. He's over 3 intense. I don't see why they don't bring in Noodles Nunez for him like they did in game 6 or 5. 1-2 count to an 0 for 3 tenth Spencer Reed. He swings and fouls that one off. He stays alive. Vikings must take advantage of this opportunity. Grounded to second. Woolley's up with it. In time at first for round number 3. And the Vikings strand another pair of runners. And they go to the bottom of the 7th. Vikings are up to, I think, 10 left on base here tonight. And the High Roller 6 outs away from a title. Amir Williams will take over at short. Driver takes over in left.
Outside.
It's a 3-0 count to Longstop.
Ball 4.
And that will be a walk to lead things off for Alex Longstop.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 27.
First pitch swinging piston Omen pops up into left. Johnny Driver will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting,
Brings up Wally Woolley.
number 3.
Woolley fouls this one off. 0-1 for Woolley, 0 for 2. After nearly hitting for the cycle in game 5. Fouls off another 0-2 still. This one into right center. French and Marshall
He's out.
converging, but French will make the catch. 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
That will bring up max range, 1 for 3.
Ball high. That's low. Deep right.
Popped up, foul territory. Looks like he'll stay in play. Gage Deputy will make the catch, round number 3, and the side is retired. We'll head to the top of the 8th. 2 innings for the Vikings. They still trail by 2, 6 outs to work with. Liv Polbean still on the mound. She's done nicely in relief of Peach Dropkin. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits given up, nothing else on the sheet. Muki to lead things off. He started off with a 1-1 count. Fouls that one off, makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Polbean rings him up 1 away. And back to the top of the order. Here's Vicky Marshall. She takes the first pitch strike on the inside edge.
Nope. High.
Top of the zone high, 1-2. Finds the zone there, 1-2.
That's outside.
Slider misses wide.
No. That's high.
Fastball misses high, and the count is full. Strike 3 called. She freezes Vicky Marshall for strikeout number 2. And here's Judd French. 2 for 3 tonight, a home run and a single.
Deep right.
Could this potentially be the final at-bat in Judd French's career? He makes it count. He puts it into left center, rolls it all the way to the wall. Judd French has himself a 2-out double. He's a triple away from the cycle. He's got a mojo up, locked in now. And here's Liam Freishak. Liv Polbean will get pulled in favor of Walter Mellon. We're not seeing Tipsy Reynolds here for some reason, but first pitch swinging, liner to Woolley. He makes the catch for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The High Rollers looking for insurance. Here is Becky Foe. In comes Bruce Hot Mike. Becky Foe, a 2-run home run in the first inning. That gave the High Rollers the lead that they have yet to look back upon here in Game 6.
Ball outside.
Swing and a miss. Becky Foe goes down.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 40.
That brings up blind Ollie. He fouls off the first pitch. Ollie 0 for 3. Grounded to second. Spencer is there. Throws it to first in time for out number 2. And here is Vic Turnpike, 1 for 3. Fouls off the first pitch into the Vikings dugout. Swings that one, fouls it off. Up the middle, Reed is able to range over there and get it to first for out number 3, and we'll go to the top of the 9th. Vikings need 2 to extend the season, but the High Rollers 3 outs away from a Super Series title. It's the heart of the order. Do it for the Vikings. Can Walter Mellon close it for the High Rollers? Called first strike at the bottom of the zone.
Ball inside.
She swings this one, puts it into left, and that's going to get down in front of Longstop. He couldn't get there in time and Gage Deputy is aboard. And that brings up a locked-in Quiet Hatmore. He's 3 for 4 today with 3 singles. He takes a first pitch strike on the outside edge. Grounds one up the middle. It's through the legs and off the glove of Wally Woolley. Everybody is safe, and the Vikings have 2 aboard with nobody out.
Number 21.
The pressure slowly starting to build here. The tying run on plate, on base, but this is a grounded to first. Range will take it himself. He could have gone at least for second, maybe have made an attempt at a double play, but he gets the surefire out. Both runners now in scoring position for Donnie Driver. Driver swings at the first pitch, puts it into center field. It's deep. Is it deep enough? At the wall. Pistonova makes the catch. The runners will tag. The Vikings score 1, make it a 1-run game, 4-3. But 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Donnie Driver missed a go-ahead home run by about the width of the wall. Here's Noodles Nunez, the last hope for the Vikings to try to extend this game. He swings at this one. It could be over. A pop-up into left. It's caught by Blind Ollie. The High Rollers are your Super Series champions. The High Rollers survive and win 4-3, the third 4-3 game we've had in the Super Series. They survived the late rally from the Vikings. Holy cow, look at this. The Vikings double up the hits of the High Rollers 12-6, but only score 3 runs. That has to be one of the most lopsided hit columns I've seen in a game where someone else won. The Vikings stranded so many runners on base here, at least a dozen. 12 hits for the Vikings, but could not get it done. Most of them in the top of the order. Hatmore 4 for 5, Deputy 2 for 3, French 3 for 4, now goes 0 for 3 in Super Series. Just look at that middle to bottom of the order. Amir Williams 1 for 5, Riley Reed 0 for 2, Donnie Driver, who substituted, 0 for 1, Spencer Reed 0 for 4, Noodles Nunez 0 for 1, and Kazuya Miyuki 1 for 4. So 6 through 9 of the Vikings order went 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 13, 14, 18. 2 for 18. The High Rollers win 4-3, 6 hits for the High Rollers. 2 of them from Becky Foe, who hit a 2-run home run, and then Evans getting an RBI, and so did Alex Longstop. The win goes to Peach Dropkin. She pitched her best outing, arguably, of the postseason. 1 earned through 5, did walk 5, but struck out 5 as well. Polbean goes 2 2/3, giving up none, and then Walter Milon getting the save, 1 earned through 1 1/3. Holiday gets a bit of a tough luck loss with 4 earned through 7, and Hot Mike getting 1 inning of work and striking out 1. Your MVP of the game is Chud French, followed by Becky Foe and Kauai Hatmore. But the High Rollers win the Super Series 4-2. Congratulations to Donut Boy. You are the Season 7 champions of the SSBL. We could have a public... Here, I can make a poll. Super... Vote on who you think should be the Super Series MVP. I think my vote would have to go to Vic Turnpike. Didn't do too much tonight, but just the walk-off grand slam in Game 2 absolutely changed the series. Just absolutely changed the series. Let's see what everyone's saying. Vic Turnpike with 2 votes. Tipsy Reynolds with 1. Crazy that the Vikings out-hit the High Rollers in that game 12-6 and only scored 3 runs and made them sweat there at the end. I mean, Donnie Driver missed a go-ahead home run literally by the length of the wall that allowed it to be 3-4, but then Noodles Nunez popping up to end the series and giving the title to the High Rollers. Time is almost up on the poll, and it looks like Vic Turnpike will be voted for the Super Series MVP. Congratulations to Vic Turnpike, making an absolute turnaround of his regular season in Season 7, hitting sub 200 and being just an absolutely clutch performer in the postseason for the High Rollers, and he will get Super Series MVP honors. And I think that will do it. Season 7 has come to a conclusion. The High Rollers are your champions, winning 4-2 over the Vikings. Congratulations to Donut coming in Season 4 and having a couple of heartbreaks throughout the years, but finally getting on top here in Season 7. I'll just mention housekeeping. I'll start compiling stats for the postseason of the minors and the majors. Maybe later this week, some next week, and I'll get the postseason progression out. We'll hit the button on aging and get that out, but I won't have too much of a rush on it since we're probably not starting we're not starting Season 8 until beginning of February. Josh is working on an off-season calendar with dates and stuff, so I'm sure he'll get that out to you guys soon. In the meantime, keep creating players for our draft pool, which will be sometime probably mid to late January. But I want to thank you guys for another just fantastic season. It's been a load of fun, a bunch of craziness. And through the craziness, the High Rollers have won the Season 7 Super Series. Once again, congratulations to Donut and winning the title. Congratulations to Hay for making it here, just falling a bit short. But that will do it for us in Season 7. One last sign off for me, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your night, everyone. Bye-bye.